This video is for the benefit of the Catholic Protection Network blockchain coordinators who have already viewed the business plan which we published and uploaded on last Tuesday. This is necessary to explain the position of Catholic Protection Network with respect to the integrity of everything that we are offering. We start off with the science because that's the basis of what we are doing and how we are doing it. And to start off with the science, we have to examine what the scientific community are at the moment sure of and what they are publishing, which is in doubt. And this leads us right the way back to the quantum physics about the origins of everything, the Big Bang. This may seem a bit obscure, but the Big Bang was an explosion which started everything, and therefore if we're to examine cause and effect of our present situation, we must examine what is known and what has been proved and supported by data about the very start of science and time itself. The scientific community have built the Large Hadron Collider in CERN, and they have determined that the very smallest particles came in existence by an explosion. The expansion of the smallest particle which can be recognized, and they call this the Big Bang, but in fact it is the expansion of the smallest particle which was caused by the Higgs boson creating material out of nothing. And this in fact is confirmed by beliefs right the way through the history of mankind and thinking, where in the Bible, for example, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God," and it therefore goes on to explain how everything was a result of the creation of that idea, that word. This has been confirmed by science at the Large Hadron Collider as to be the expansion of the first particle which was created as an idea, the Higgs boson. This gives us the opportunity to study science using cause and effect, which is exactly how I have personally studied corrosion and corrosion control. I started off by what we know and what people thought they knew, and I found by using instruments that what they thought was incorrect. So I had to then study reality on the ground from my own theories, cause and effect, and that resulted in me understanding how to find coating faults on pipelines and to identify corrosion and to identify how much corrosion, the corrosion reaction, the status of the corrosion reaction. because I was able to do this, I have advanced the science and the technology of corrosion control beyond anybody else that I know of in the world. This has been proved by my investigation of the data and evidence which is in the public domain relating to the Nord Stream pipeline explosion, which you see on the screen here. There have been several reports and many attempts at diagnosing and finding out the actual cause of the Nord Stream pipeline failures. My report, including experiments that I did, proved that this could and possibly was caused by stray current interference, which is not understood by others in the corrosion control community. Understanding what I do enabled me to create software which is capable of identifying the exact position of corrosion on pipelines and facilities. In the development of this software, I used what is known now as artificial intelligence, which is simply using computer coding to make decisions which are far too complex for the human way of calculating on a bit of paper or using mathematics. It's too complicated. There's too much information to be diagnosed. So I've designed some software which can actually calculate the locations and the status of corrosion. And this means that it is dynamic and that any alteration to that status will be reflected by the software and displayed on the computer screen. This leads us to the needs at the present time of presenting this science and technology for the benefit of the people that live in countries and for the benefit of the multinational corporations that would use this science and technology to secure their assets, which are millions of miles of pipelines all over the world and facilities like pressure reducing stations, manifolds, refineries, export facilities, etc. The problem is, how do we get our science and technology, knowledge and ability to the attention of the people who deal in billions of dollars and millions of pounds at a local level? The first step in this is to engage a student for Module 01 of the correspondence course. The correspondence course leads students and specialists through steps of learning, knowledge and understanding where this leads in the science through the route that I have taken over 60 years of experience, observation and experimentation. This is important for every coordinator of cathodic protection network blockchain, so that we can all work together, all the specialists working on all the training courses, and the survey teams, the technicians, everybody must know what their part in the activities are contributing to the whole. This is not done at present by any other organisation.